part came in for the TV. I ordered this from a what was described as a U.S. seller because I didn't want to wait for an e-packet shipment from China. And well, part came in, and lo and behold, if it doesn't say right on it, well, the first clue is that it came from this address, this place in Kentucky, where. But I think this is the one of the centers where eBay does their global shipping program thing. I noticed that when I have an international seller buy something from me on eBay, oftentimes I end up shipping it to an address that's in Kentucky, and then somebody in Kentucky takes it and ships it overseas and handles all the customs and everything like that. So I think this is kind of like the same thing happening in reverse. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if this is actually from China, and this does actually say made in China right on the outside of the box. So, looks like I got another Chinese board, unfortunately. I'm only saying unfortunately because of the two boards that are in here, one's made in Philippines and one's made in China. It's the one that's made in China is the replacement that failed after 4 years. The made in Philippines replacement is still going strong. Hey. We're going to do this repair by the book. The book of basketball? Perfect. Previous boards came wrapped in anti-static bagging. This is just bubble wrap around bubble wrap. Yeah, let's see. Warning, plastic cover for each connector is fragile. Fully inspect. Alright, so you gotta love this little disclaimer sticker they put on here. Warning, plastic cover for each connector is fragile. Fully inspect other part in your TV before mounting this board. If defective part remained in TV, our board will be blown and will not cure your TV. Inexperienced buyer. PLS invite professional electrician to do the troubleshooting first. Smiley face. We cannot provide warranty if it's due to improper installation. Oh, this is neat. They actually include a photograph. And they talk about all ribbon cables must reach full depth to avoid horizontal lines. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Had that problem on the last board. I had to reseat those connectors a couple of times before I was able to finally get them to those lines to go away. Oh, more funny writing. What kind of background knowledge is required and why? The item requires good understanding of both electronic and DPD TV product. Thus, it is only suitable for professional TV repair technician due to special troubleshooting knowledge and important to perform this repair work in the right way. If you compare with replacing mobile phone SIM card, replacing buffer board for plasma TV is a much more complicated work. Improper understanding of the real cause to your previous failure may result in unrecoverable damage to our item and waste money and time. Some buyers fail this work, and most of them are just entry-level people who may not have any basic electronic background. My advice, invite certified TV technician, even it causes more cost. Not if, even it causes more costs. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Has this been tested before shipment? Yes, blah, blah, blah. Under what circumstances will damage burn the buffer board? A bad Y-sustain board failure. Then you must remove the Y-sustain board first. If you keep it defective, it will damage the new buffer board just seconds after power on. All right, yeah, so I'm pretty much rolling the dice here and knowing that If it damages the board immediately, I'm more than likely get a bad Y-sustain board, in which case I'm probably not going to even bother repairing the TV. See, it says here, so if you think you cannot perform this work, do invite a TV technician before it turn out to be a non-recoverable result. So far, we have seen over 5 buyers went into such result. This is pretty funny. If you purchase up buffer board from me, first install your own low buffer board only and make sure you see half good image on screen. This indicates your Y-sustain board is at least working. Well, I know that because I did that test already, so that's good. And then the thing about the lines, if you see the lines, you're gonna mess with those connectors. Let's rub this static bag a lot so we can get a lot of static built up. Not static bag, plastic bag. Okay, that's the easy part. Now the finicky part, getting these ribbon cables properly seated into these connectors. So the trick here is you got to get these ribbon cables seated all the way into this connector. And the way these connectors work is you got to flip these plastic covers up like that, 90 degrees to the board. That allows the cable to be slipped into position. Then you got to kind of feel as best as you can whether or not it's seated all the way. And then while it's seated, pop this down. Carefully. There's one. Wonder if I'm going to get all 3 of these on the first try. That'd be nice. Alright, plugged in. Lines at the bottom of the screen. I've got to reseat one of those connectors. Aiden, why don't you help me with this? That way I don't have to put it on the stand every time I want to test it, because I might have to do this a couple times, unfortunately. Alright? No, you're going to just work the remote. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the main power on with it down. Alright. I'm going to stand it up so I can see this thing. Alright. Oh, it's on. Alright, well that's better. So I'd say the first and the second plugs are okay. I just got to reseat the last one. Alright, shut it off again. Alright, it's off. So, very bottom plug I gotta reseat, and then we should be done. Get that one to work. Alright. Hit the power. Ah, good, that looks good. Alright, shut it off. I'm gonna have to put the cover back on.
Right now?
Well, I think what I want to do is I just want to clean a little bit of this dust out of some of the bigger piles of dust. I don't want to really go poking around in here and tempt fate, but there are like the cooling fans right here are chock full of dust and the blades and everything. I'll get that cleaned out. You weirdo. Let's see, what input did I put the cable on? Oh, I must have it in the wrong one.
And that lasted till the early
Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's get it off this low def channel here. Oh, you kidding me? Look at the lines. Oh man, I thought I had. I can't believe it. Well, at least I didn't put all the screws in. So the problem is a bad connection still on that bottom there. Right there. See those little black lines? Pain in the butt. Because it's such a pain to get that up and down off of the stand. I actually just took the back off with it on the stand and just reached around, which makes it a little bit difficult, more difficult to access those plugs, so I wouldn't be surprised if this still doesn't work. Or is worse. Yeah. See, more lines, all in the bottom. It's gonna be that bottom connector I'm having trouble with. You know, that's a pain. All right, hopefully this will do it. Yay, looks good. Summer vacation's over. School starts tomorrow. It's chaos in the house. Mom's not happy.